storage. I want to ask you one more question in regards to storage. So, storage temperature, a lot of people store in 60 degrees Fahrenheit roughly. Say the higher the temperature, the more terpenes are going to volatilize, you're going to lose it, right? But the lower the temperature goes down, I'm being told it's okay. A lot of people are storing in a wine fridge that's about 50, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. That's one of my preferred ways to store. Some people in refrigerators, which is just above freezing, right? Typically, 33 to maybe 44 degrees Fahrenheit. Any concerns in storing in a wine fridge or a refrigerator?
No, I think that's the best move. I would just be very certain that the container seals properly. Whatever container you're in is sealed. Because even in a refrigerator, even though it would be slower, it still can dry out if it's not mained properly. So getting your drying down, your curing, and then holding at the exact water activity you want in the lower temperature. Yeah, I mean, the lower you can go, the better. But I know some people, they don't necessarily have a full wine fridge just for their curing, which would be pretty cool. Do you have that?
I do, yeah. I was using the wine fridge before the Canitrol.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, because I live in Las Vegas and it's very hot here, and natural room temperature. I'm lucky to get 70 degrees Fahrenheit room temperature. Normally it's 75, sometimes 80 degrees, and I used to just store it in those conditions. And within 3 months, browning happening, like those higher temperatures really degrade the product.
Yeah.
So once I switched over to storing in the wine fridge, and yes, I have them in sealed jars. I also did in the Grove bags, made sure the humidity was locked in at 60 to 62%, but putting it in that lower temperature conserved them for a lot longer, and I didn't have any browning. I could have it for a year and there's no browning happening. So yeah, I was a big proponent of the wine fridge, not for drying. I want to be clear on that. Some people are trying drying in a wine fridge. Canitrol, now it's just for drying and curing. I think one of the biggest benefits of the Canitrol is the drying. A lot of people think, oh, well, I'll just buy a wine fridge. It's like, well, go ahead and try to dry in a wine fridge. It's, you're not going to get a good result unless you do some sort of alteration to it. Anyways, yeah, I am a proponent of the wine fridge for storage in particular. And just wanted to kind of pick your brain a little bit on storing at 60 degrees versus in a refrigerator at 40 degrees, if there's any big difference between those two.
I think, like you said, it's just the length of shelf stability. The colder you keep it, the slower any of those degradation processes are, and the longer it lasts. So, yeah, I think it all just matters of how picky you are with perfection and wanting to keep it as green and really longevity. If you know you're going to smoke it all in in a month, then maybe it's not necessarily required to have your own fridge for that, and it'll do just fine in a temperature controlled room. But yeah, the cooler, I would say, the longer is really the takeaway.
This clip is brought to you by AC Infinity. Use discount code MrGrow at 15 to save on any of their products.